Hello everybody, it's Rhonda again, and I want to show you a few little projects that I have been working on. This first little card is a little birthday card, and I was sent this little gorgeous girl stamp by Jill Norwood, and Jill, I want to thank you for that stamp. So anyway, I don't have like the Copic markers, but I colored her up using my little colored pencils. And I ended up paper pasting her little dress, and I added a little doily behind her. I added a little glitter underneath that little bow to give it a little sparkle. And I was trying to hide a little part I messed up, but I paper pasted that little dress on her. I added a little seam binding ribbon at the top, made a little bow, and then I added some glossy accents on her shoes to kind of make them look like little patent leather shoes. And that little cluster of flowers is a little flower that I received from Jill Norwood. The other little pink flower came from Alease, and then that little silk flower right there was one that was in my stash. And I just typed me up a little banner over here, and it says, "It's your birthday." And on the inside, I said, "And nobody does it better." But I added that little cupcake up there at the top, and I put some stickles on it to give it a little shine, and then I added a little bit of glitter on it too. But I think the little card turned out pretty cute. And there is a little doily behind her also. The next card I did was this little Spring Has Sprung card. And that paper, I really don't know the name of it, but I thought it was pretty little paper. So I added a little cluster of flowers over here in this corner. Some of the flowers were from Hobby Lobby, from the little His and Her section. And then that little pink flower down there is one I got from Alease. And I just tied some different little ribbon. There's some satin ribbon. Then there's a little bit of seam binding. My little banner said, "Spring Has Sprung." And up here at the top was a little flower that I made. And I added one of Alease's little leaves up there. And there are some more of the little His and Her flowers from Hobby Lobby. And I added some seam binding. And on the inside of the card, I just added a little tag. The next little card I did was one with a little image. I really don't know that doll's name, but it was gave to me by Sharon, who is the Tara 146, and she just sent me some little images. And again, I colored the dolls up with my colored pencils, and I also added some little stickers on her little shoes down there. The little trim came from Hobby Lobby, and the little roses, they were from Michael's. And I made that little flower up there using some of the little trim from Hobby Lobby. And on the inside of this card, it has Kindred Spirits. So that was my next little card. The next card I did is I used that same little stamp, and I just stickled her little pocketbook and shoes. And I just made me some little burlap roses down here, and I just twisted up some of the burlap and did it. And then I added some burlap on the card, the front of the card. And I added this little stamp that says, "Happiness is the result of making a bouquet of those flowers within reach." And there's some little Hobby Lobby trim at the top. And on the inside of the card is just this paper right here. And I'm just going to add some kind of little card in here. And my last little card was this card, and I used some seam binding up there at the top. I just tied a little bow. That little sticker, Moments That Matter, I just attached it to some cardstock, and I just kind of tore it and distressed the edges of it. And then in the other little corner, I added a little cluster of flowers. Those little flowers are from Michael's. The little pink one is a little recollection flower. And some more of those little silk flowers that I got from Michael's. That little clock is a little tag, and I just added it in there in some little green ribbon just to kind of fill it up. And the leaves are just some leaves that I got off a flower pick. And those little pearl sprays, I think they came from Hobby Lobby. And on the inside of this card is just some little glitter paper. And I kind of tore the edges on that piece, and I laid it on top of some white cardstock, and I just distressed the edges on that. And also, these little French fry boxes, I was inspired by Alease, who sent me this French fry box that she did, and it was so pretty. So what I ended up doing is I went to Hobby Lobby, and I just got like a pack of these stacks and things, the little French fry boxes. And what I did with one, I just got it, and so I just made like a little template and just cut them out on some cardstock. The first one I made it's kind of like for a little boy, but the paper is it has like the little paper airplanes on it. So what I ended up doing was just making a little paper plane, and I just attached it on the little French fry box, and I added that little tag, A Day to Remember, and a little button. And on the inside, I just put like some little Easter candy. So that was one of the little boxes. This one I made, and I used that little Gorgeous Girl stamp again. It's just some more cardstock, some green polka dot, and I added a little bit of bling on each side. I added some seam binding. It made a little bow, and then that little yellow flower, it came from Michael's. And let's see, the little sentiment on it says, "She who has roses in her garden must surely have roses in her heart." So that was that, and again, just added some candy in there, and just a different little thing to do for Easter. That's what it was, but that's that little box. The next one I did, I used some little yellow polka dot paper, and again, I tied a little bow up there, and I had that little stamp says, "A little something just for you," and I just attached it on top of another piece of cardstock. And that flower was a flower I made out of some of the recollection little leaves with flower petals. And then the other two little flowers are the little dollar flowers from Michael's. And I added some eyelash trim and some little leaves back there. And they were just some I cut out and put some glitter on it. And then, again, just added some candy down in there. And then the last one I did was some paper, and this paper already had the little glitter on it. And again, I cut it out with the little template I made. Just tied a little satin ribbon up there. I added that little felt flower, a little tag that says "Enjoy," and some of these little leaves up here, I think they were like some little die cuts and just put some little stickers on it, and that was that box. But that is my little projects for today, and I want to thank everybody for watching my little YouTube channel, and hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you all later, and have a good day.